Hello everybody, it's Christine. It is time for a twofer. Excuse me. It is early in the morning. I'm recording and my voice is a little rough. So it is day 18 of 30 days of sketches. So I don't see who this is by. My apologies. We'll have to go to the Facebook group to look. I like when there's a watermark on there so I can give you immediate credit, but otherwise it's always in the Facebook group. Who created the layout, or the sketch rather. And I got 3 photos. I'm going to actually have 3 photos, but they're going to be shaped a little different. And then I have, today's also Counterfeit Kit Challenge number 2. And we have a visitor. And Counterfeit Kit Challenge number 2 is to use mixed media. So, what I think I'm going to do, I have to be honest, I don't know if rub-ons count as mixed media. I think they may not. So I may have to pull something else out. Let me show you the photos. Saturn, you're going to have to move. Sorry, you're going to have to move. The photos are of our pond this spring when the lily pads started coming out. Isn't that beautiful? They started coming out and I was like, that is so pretty. And I really like, we have one tree. Sorry guys. We have one tree and I stood across from the pond and took the photo kind of low down. And so my vision on this is I need to mount these on white cardstock. So I'll do that. And then I also pulled out in my counterfeit kit here, I have this 49 and Market stuff. And I have these little collage sheets and I thought this could be fun. So I'm going to do this instead of the little tickety looking thing. So I'll mount this on white cardstock. I'm going to do this. I've got these rub-ons. I may call that mixed media. I mean, you know, rules for these lops are kind of flexible. So let me mount my photos real quick here. Oh, and I've got this. This was from my counterfeit kit. I'll trim this down and frame it out with this right here. That's not technically shown on the sketch, but I enjoy doing that, especially when it's a light paper like this. So let me do a little cutting and I'll be back on in just a moment. Okay, you guys, I trimmed down my white paper, put it on my little bluish greenish thing here. I did not gut it because again, this is my counterfeit kit. And frankly, I get guilty because I don't use it all every month. So, and I will tell you the other strategy this time, I'm actually doing, this is day 18 and I am doing this late May because with the counterfeit kit, I'm a master forger and I have like an assigned challenge each month. And I like to make sure I have all my product in my kit available for whatever challenge I'm assigned to. So the one I'm assigned to is this one on the 18th. So I'm doing this layout really early so I can use up what I want to. And then anything else I use will be later in the month or other layouts I do other times or whatever. So I'm realizing here I need to get some scissors. I can't find the, oh no, it was the popsicle stick. Couldn't find my popsicle stick. So I had to cut away for just a brief second. So I've got my photos are mounted on the white cardstock. I've got that little collage piece of paper down. I'm really pleased with how this is turning out, if I'm honest. Sometimes with these sketches, you know, I see it and I think, okay, that's going to be cute. And then, and you know, initially I might have an idea of how it might look. And then once stuff kind of happens, you know, start laying stuff down, all that, I get really excited. I think, oh my gosh, this is turning out really pretty. And this one here, you could almost have seen the sketches like a carnival or some type of, you know, circus or, you know, like I'm thinking tickets or stars, you know, it's all kind of like an event like that. So I'm really kind of proud of myself when I figure out a way to take either a sketch or a collection and turn it into something different, because I think it shows, you know, how to be versatile with your stash and your products and sketches and things. It's just really kind of fun for me to figure that stuff out. And I hopefully you guys get inspired by that, because that's kind of the point for me to make all these videos, honestly, is to just show, you know, different ways to do different things. So I've got these rub-ons, and I initially said to you guys I was going to use the rub-ons as my quote mixed media, but spoiler alert, I do pull out a little bit of paint. It's not a lot, but I just kind of felt a tad guilty that I was just using rub-ons because I thought that's not technically mixed media, is it, Christine? Also, my cat is messing with stuff on the table, so if you hear clickety-clackety, she's got some washi tape, I think, over there. She's in a mood. I changed her food out. I feel so bad, y'all. We came and we moved in this house, and my daughter's cat was here. Well, he's got like digestive issues or something. His poo stinks really bad. I don't know. And so they buy him this kind of fancy, like grain-free organic foods and stuff. And so since they were in the same home, he kept kind of sneaking into her food there for a while. So we bought the same for her. But I should have known better because she'd been on the same food for 15 years. And we switched it. She would eat it, but it was like she didn't seem to enjoy it. And she would ask for her treats all the time. And about 2 weeks ago, I thought, you know what, I'm going to put her back on her old food. She is just not eating this food as much. Oreo just goes through his and she barely touches it. And y'all, I got her old food and she is just chowing down. She is so happy. So here's where I'm just dribbling a little bit of paint. It's just white paint, Mr. Huey's, a little bit of opaque white here, just to add a little something to my mixed media blocks there. let's see what else I got going on. Okay, so now I'm looking, I've got this rub on here. I'm going to cut out Delight, and it says Delight in Life right underneath it. I really kind of enjoy this set of titles here. There's like three or four different things. There's like Delight, Memory, I think it's Enjoy. There's kind of a bunch of it like repeats. So this is kind of an interesting opportunity for future layouts, I think, because you could definitely put the same word multiple times and give a little interesting effect. So, but I decided the title is going to be Delight. And so then now I've got to figure out, okay, she had like those big stars here and then some journaling at the bottom, right? So I've got this humongous thing of ephemera. You guys, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me sort through this. So I've already done all that part because honestly, it just, all I will tell you as I went through and I found just like the greenish ones. I pulled out anything that had pink or something like that. I did not use anything like that. I pulled out basically the bluish greenish type stuff. And I've got some little plants kind of in the middle there where she had the big stars because, of course, the whole layout is about these plants. And I added a little thing that said, in this moment, with a little butterfly. There's dragonflies on the pond. I don't know if there's many butterflies, but I decided I wanted to use them anyway because it does give me the sense of like flying insects or whatever. So I've glued the one butterfly in the upper right up there. That's just kind of an ad. You know, she kind of had some stars or stuff obviously shown on the sketch there. I just kind of added that to that mixed media piece. I'm going to rub down the title here. I'll start just using Nuvo glue and all that kind of stuff to glue down. But you'll notice, like I said, I got those plants in the middle with that little in this moment phrase. And then on the bottom left where she shows like the journaling lines, I'm going to build like a little cluster. And then I will add a little tag that I'm going to journal on. My cluster, I just felt inspired by the little like photo frames that were in green. There's my cat again. She's decided she's got to come over here now, getting into stuff. So I'm just going to use Nuvo glue. I find that's a lot easier when I've already got it kind of figured out where I want it. Rather than try to pick it up and like put other kinds of adhesive, I just kind of lift and glue. I have used the whole press and seal trick before. So like if you take press and seal and kind of lay it on your stuff, it'll kind of hold it so you can kind of flip it. But I didn't mess with that today. I don't even know where my press and seal is now. It's in here somewhere. And let's see, I'm going to glue down. I did put a little bit of foam underneath a couple of the leaves, like a thin foam. I have like some thin dots. That's one's little black and white polka dots. If you see that, that's like the thinner ones, like 1 millimeter maybe. I'm not sure. It's scrapbook adhesive. And then I got a little bit thicker ones to put under in this moment. I did use Nuvo to glue down my little chipboard butterfly. I will if I haven't. And then, yeah, in the lower left corner, I've got a couple of like photo slide things that I liked. And then there was a little card that says date. And I almost circled that, but then I thought, I'm not going to mess with that because I just thought it looked pretty. I do pull out a couple more butterflies in the bottom down there, and I'll glue those down as well. I don't think I put foam underneath those wings, though. I usually do. In this case, because they're kind of going on top of different things, they're already kind of naturally lifting, so I didn't have to. And then I did find another little piece that says One Fine Day. I thought that was really pretty. So I've got a couple little wordy bits kind of in a row, honestly. Title, and then the in this moment, and then the One Fine Day. And this is where I'm putting some of the glue and different things like that. I'll glue that one side down. And then, like I said, I got the little tag. I will actually end up pulling out a little bit of string, too. And actually not on camera, but as I'm putting my ephemeras away, or the little bits of stuff out of my plastic bin there, I come across a few little laser cuts that look like metal pieces almost, like little silver frames and stuff. And so I'm going to put one up under the upper right there under that big butterfly, and then one kind of in my little cluster. There's my little journaling tag. I added some strings to it. It says the lily pads bloom in the summer. Oh shoot, I said summer on the pond. It should have been spring. It's so beautiful. Oh well, it's okay. They bloom in the summer too, but they really start blooming in the spring. But that's the layout, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And again, I'll have links below to the blog, the Facebook group, and of course Christy's playlist and Facebook group. All that stuff will be below. So make sure you check those out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.